Portimão, Portugal, January 15, 2026. While the motorsport world gathers in Detroit for Red Bull's grand season unveiling, Max Verstappen is somewhere completely unexpected. He's not at a press conference. He's not shaking hands with sponsors. He's strapped into a Mercedes-AMG GT3, carving through the elevation changes of the Algarve International Circuit, pushing every corner to its absolute limit. This isn't a publicity appearance. This isn't contractual obligation. This is Max Verstappen doing what defines him, staying razor-sharp while everyone else takes a breath. But here's what makes this moment fascinating. Why would a four-time Formula One world champion spend precious days before the season testing a GT3 car? And why now, when the entire paddock has their eyes on him? Let's establish the context. Today, January 15th, Red Bull hosts their official 2026 season launch in Detroit. The RB22 will be revealed. Championship ambitions will be declared. The next chapter of F1 dominance is set to begin. Yet Max isn't there. Not yet. He's in southern Portugal, at one of Europe's most challenging circuits, completing a two-day testing marathon in a Mercedes-AMG GT3. According to reports from GPM Casa, this wasn't the team's decision. Max personally insisted on this test. Not next month. Not after F1 commitments ease up. Right now, every single lap matters. For those unfamiliar with Max's world beyond Formula One, he runs Verstappen Racing, a serious GT racing operation competing in the GT World Challenge Europe. And for 2026, they've made a massive strategic shift, switching entirely to Mercedes-AMG machinery. The team will campaign in the Pro category, the highest level of GT racing in Europe, operated by the well-established 2Cs Motorsport. But here's the intriguing part. Despite personally testing this car, despite the team's full championship commitment, Max hasn't confirmed whether he'll actually race in any GT events this season. His racing schedule remains on deck. Aight, so what's really happening here? Why Mercedes? Why now? Verstappen Racing could have partnered with any manufacturer. Audi, BMW, Porsche, Lamborghini, all have proven GT3 programs. But they chose Mercedes-AMG, the same Mercedes that battled Max for years in Formula One. The same Mercedes whose dominance he systematically dismantled. The same Mercedes that now produces one of the most formidable GT3 machines ever built. The Mercedes-AMG GT3 is a purpose-built racing weapon, a 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V8 producing approximately 550 horsepower. Unlike Formula One's hybrid complexity, this is raw, mechanical fury. And Max wanted to understand it completely. The Algarve International Circuit provides the perfect testing environment. Known officially as Portimão, this track features flowing corners, dramatic elevation changes, and high-speed sections that expose every characteristic of a car's behavior. It's a genuine driver's circuit, the kind that reveals a machine's soul. Over 2 intensive days, Max ran through everything. Race pace simulations, tire degradation patterns, setup adjustments, different weather scenarios. Each lap generated crucial data flowing back to engineers. Every corner was an opportunity for refinement ahead of the competitive season. The decision to switch to Mercedes is strategic and calculated. The Mercedes-AMG GT3 has proven itself across championships worldwide. By selecting this platform, Verstappen Racing positions itself with battle-tested machinery that delivers consistent results. Understanding what makes GT3 racing different. For anyone wondering why this matters, let's talk about what makes GT3 racing unique. Unlike Formula One's technological arms race, GT3 operates under balance of performance regulations, BOP for short. This system equalizes all manufacturer entries through technical adjustments, ensuring Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Porsche, Ferrari, and Lamborghini compete on level ground. Success in GT3 doesn't come from spending the most money or having superior technology. It comes from driver skill, strategic thinking, and precise setup work. Exactly what Max is perfecting at Portimão. The GT World Challenge Europe represents one of the most competitive GT championships on Earth. Professional drivers, multiple manufacturers, and races at Europe's most iconic venues create an environment where every detail counts. Verstappen Racing's commitment to the Pro category demonstrates serious championship ambition. This isn't a vanity project or hobby team. What stands out here is Max's direct involvement. Many Formula One drivers focus exclusively on their primary careers. Some lend their names to outside projects without deeper engagement. Max operates differently. He didn't send his team to Portugal alone. He insisted on being there, feeling the car himself, understanding its characteristics firsthand, providing immediate feedback to engineers. This hands-on philosophy reveals his genuine passion for motorsport. Beyond Formula One spotlight, during these testing sessions, the team covers everything systematically. They analyze basic handling characteristics, conduct race simulation runs, develop tire management strategies, and test various weather conditions. Every parameter gets monitored: tire temperatures, brake performance, aerodynamic balance, suspension settings, and countless data points that separate good teams from championship contenders. Picture that naturally aspirated V8 echoing through Portuguese hills, with Max extracting every fraction of performance from each corner. This is racing in its purest form, building something bigger than championships. Let's zoom out and examine the broader picture. Max Verstappen isn't just an F1 driver collecting trophies. He's a pure racer, old school, born in the cockpit, living for competition. Anyone following his career knows this truth. Max doesn't do anything halfway. When he launched Verstappen Racing, it wasn't retirement planning or brand extension. It was the foundation of something substantial, a motorsport organization capable of competing at the highest levels across multiple series. Before Formula One, before Red Bull, before World Championships, Max grew up racing everything: karts, formula classes, endurance events. His father, Jos Verstappen, instilled one fundamental principle: racing is racing, regardless of the series. Excellence demands total commitment everywhere. Now in 2026, Max is building something reflecting that philosophy. Because here's the deeper reality: Formula One is brutal, political, governed by regulations, team hierarchies, and corporate interests. Even as a four-time champion, Max knows his F1 career has an expiration date. But Verstappen Racing? That's his legacy. Forever. That Mercedes-AMG GT3 screaming around Portimão isn't just a test car. It's the foundation of something that transcends any single championship. What this means for 2026 and beyond. First, Verstappen Racing is absolutely serious. The Mercedes switch, the pro category commitment, Max's hands-on involvement. This is a professional racing operation with genuine championship aspirations. Second, Max is sending a clear message to the motorsport world. He's not coasting. He's not slowing down. While other drivers vacation, he's testing. While other champions attend brand events, he's chasing data and perfection. Third, this creates fascinating pressure dynamics on F1 rivals, GT competitors, and Max himself. The paddock watches how he manages two racing worlds. They watch for any sign of distraction, any crack in his armor. But if Max has proven anything repeatedly, it's this: he thrives under pressure. Looking ahead, his schedule intensifies. The Red Bull launch happens today in Detroit. Then comes the private Barcelona F1 testing session from January 26th to 30th. EVA days of closed-door development where Max gets his first real feel of the RB22. But before all that, he's in Portugal, turning laps, building his team, staying sharp. The questions that remain: will Max actually race in GT World Challenge Europe this season? Or is this testing the beginning of something even larger? When motorsport history is written, will we remember Max Verstappen as simply a four-time F1 champion, or as the driver who redefined what it means to be a complete racer? One certainty exists: Max Verstappen isn't just chasing trophies anymore. He's constructing something that will outlast them all. With Mercedes machinery, 2C's Motorsport's operational excellence, and his direct involvement, Verstappen Racing has every ingredient for success. The next chapter of Max Verstappen's story isn't being written in Detroit today. It's being written right now, on the challenging tarmac of Portimão, one lap at a time.